All right, the SFL postgame show is live. We will take your calls now. I have put out the number. It is 513-813-0735. Go ahead and call in now. That is 513-813-0SFL. So the Santa Fe Gorillas tonight improved to 10-2. Sioux Falls falls to 9-3, and Minneapolis moves to sticks at 7-5 after last week. And so we will see if we can get any callers tonight to talk about tonight's crazy action. Go ahead and call in now. 513-813-0735 for the SFL postgame show. We would love to hear from any of you in the chat. I see Jason is in there. Chris Davis is in there. Chris Davis wanting to celebrate a big win. Go ahead and call in. Ramos Lynn is in there as well. I promise I'll throw you some softballs. I know Cam sometimes can be a little difficult with his questions, but I will kind of throw you some softballs here. All right, 734, you are on the SFL postgame show. Can I ask who I have?
You have Colin Douglas.
Colin Douglas.
Defensive coordinator, Santa Fe.
Colin, how are you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good, but that fourth down conversion darn near gave me a heart attack. But I'm fine now.
I tell you what, me too. I cannot believe that Matt Wilson was able to throw that quickly to Miles Morales. And your defense tonight, can you believe how well they played?
I really am quite surprised that we were able to shut down the swing pass so effectively. Benny Beasley that's really been his meal ticket, much to
some
people's chagrin, of course, but that was a key emphasis for us in practice this week, to shut that down.
Oh, for sure. Colin Douglas, Cesar Romero both having a big night. Adam Okoye coming up big with the final interception. What did you tell these guys before taking the field, Colin?
I told them, as long as you do your jobs, know your assignments, and keep guys in front of you, they'll be okay. And I just wanted to give a shout out to Jason and AJ, VV, those guys. They were definitely game for us today. They're a great team, and hopefully we get to meet again down the line here in the postseason.
Sure. Now you got Orlando next. What are you thinking for that game?
Well, Orlando kind of scares me because they beat us pretty good last time we played. We're definitely going to have to go back and make some adjustments if we want to perform well.
Well, the sky's the limit for you now, but it's elimination football now. Does anything change with your defense? Are you guys going to stick to who you are?
We'll tweak a few things, but I can't elaborate more than that.
All right. Well, we'll say quiet and sticking to his guns, Colin Douglas. Thanks for coming on the show.
All right. Thanks, Andy.
Have a good night. Open line now, 513-813-0735. Someone else tried to call in while he was on the phone. I apologize for any volume changes. I think we got it worked out. Let's get another caller in here. A great night by Santa Fe as they improved to 10-2. Sioux Falls drops to 9-3. They will host Minneapolis next week, and Orlando heads to Santa Fe. In other action tonight, the Louisville Wolfpack defeated the Carolina Skyhawks. Calling in now, 442. Who do I have on the line? You're on the SFL postgame show.
Hey, Andy, can you listen to me?
Yeah, who is this? Is that Ramos?
This is Ramos Lynn.
Ramos, how you doing? You guys improved to 10-2 and win the Teal Conference tonight. How does that make you feel?
Yes, sir. It was a fantastic game. My heart's still pounding hard. It was a fantastic game. We don't do, like, at the end of the game, I thought for sure we were just going to kick the field goal and play defense, but hey, big 4-down conversion, and we were able to just punch it in for a score, and very happy to see the result.
Right, Miles Morales and Matt Wilson there on that 4th down hooking up. When you sent them out there on 4th down, was your anticipation and plan to snap the ball, or were you just trying to pull them off sides?
The thought was pull them offside, but hey, that's Matt. That's who we are, and when you have a big game on the line, when you're on your home crowd and you have the confidence, you like to gamble a little bit, and happy it paid off.
Gotta roll with it. A good win for you guys tonight. You guys have Orlando next week. What are you thinking there? Anything changing for you, Ramos?
We will do the proper changes, the scouting, and we will prepare for Orlando, which is a phenomenal football team as well, and they have a history of being a phenomenal football team. So we need to prepare for them and just play sound football.
But tonight, celebrating the win for Harambe, am I right?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, 10-2, first seed. Just have to celebrate for now and prepare for next game.
So Sioux Falls gave you a pretty good run there. Are you concerned with meeting them again later in the postseason, or are you kind of confident now that you've got one win under your belt?
We do have confidence. We have to play against Sioux Falls again. We do have the confidence. However, they're just a phenomenal football team, and they will adjust as well as we will adjust. Jordan Jennings gashed us for like 250 yards. So we will make the proper changes in case we need to face them again. But we do have the confidence if we play them again on the playoffs.
And then you got to tell me, what was Matt Wilson doing on that 2-point conversion when he was just standing there and he had all that space?
Yeah. I mean, he's the diva, and he doesn't like to run, and he doesn't like to get hit. No, just kidding. I mean, no, it's just so 10, 15, how many seconds that was? 20, 25 seconds, and he had a clean shot to run the ball, but he wanted to wait a little bit, and then he threw it away, which is probably the correct decision at the end of the play.
Are you gonna maybe talk to him about that, or are you just gonna let him be Matt? I mean, it clearly worked out for you on that 4th down.
No, we were not mad. It's like, okay, that's okay. We still have plenty of football left. We are just down by 2 points, and we just have to continue to play football and get it done.
All right, well, Ramos Lynn, always very confident, moving 10-2 into the playoffs. They will welcome Orlando to Mexico next week to take them on. Thank you for coming on the postgame show, buddy.
All right, thank you so much, Andy. Great call tonight.
Thank you. Have a good night. All right, open line again. Someone else tried to call in. 513-813-0735. I was saying Louisville defeats Carolina in Carolina tonight, and as I say that, 585, you are on the SFL postgame show. Who do I got?
Hello?
Hey, who do I got? You're on the SFL postgame show.
Oh, hey, it's Matt Wilson.
Mr. Matt Wilson himself, how you doing tonight?
Not too bad. Hey, they paid me to throw the ball, not run the ball, okay?
There you go.
I was just running the clock out for later in the game. See, it was all part of my master plan.
Sure, that 3 or 4 seconds can make the difference, right?
Well, 20 or 25 seconds. Yeah. Just sitting there relaxing, sipping a margarita. I don't run. It's not my game.
There you go. Tell me about that fourth down play. Ramos, we just got off the line with, said that you guys were trying to draw him off sides. You ended up taking the snap and dumping it off to Morales. What were you thinking there?
It's like, the playoffs with Dan Marino. I thought they were going to spike it. They didn't think we were going to go for it. And I said, I got the look I wanted. I said, what the heck? Let's do it. And worst case scenario, we get the ball. They get the ball in their end, and we still have 3 timeouts. So I said, let's go for it. Let's put the nail in the coffin, and it turned out for the best. Got to take risks. Right now, it's just for home field. I wanted home field bad, and I wanted the ball in my hands. So worked out.
A little bit of heart attack there. Let's talk about heart attack. You threw the ball on I believe the play before that, and it dropped out of Delta Coakley's hands. What were you thinking there?
Well, I'm colorblind. I don't know. It looked open at the time, but that yellow is so blinding. Sometimes I get confused. So I think it's part of a tactic by Sioux Falls.
Are you worried about that tactic coming into play if you guys have to meet them again in the playoffs?
Well, right now I wear a clear visor, so in the playoffs I'll switch to a dark visor. That'll help.
There you go, switching the visor. You got home field advantage throughout the playoffs. How big is that for you?
That's huge. That's everything. That's why I went for it on fourth down. I wanted to put my stamp on it and say, yep, the playoffs has to go through us at least to the championship game. So if you're going to come and take it, you have to take it from us, and you have to take it from us at home.
Might have been that margarita you were drinking on second down conversion that made you take the snap on fourth down, though.
I do drink during the game, but it's Santa Fe. What do you expect?
Tell me, the margaritas don't taste as well on the road as they do at home, do they?
No, they're total crap. Must use some of that instant mix stuff. Got to come down here and get the real women, the tacos, and the margaritas. It's all good down in Santa Fe.
All right, well, you're moving on. Who are you least wanting to face from the Gray Conference in the championship if you get there? Or have you even looked to that side yet?
In the championship, bring them all on. I say every team is good. Every team is well coached. The records really don't mean nothing. Everything is 0-0. The only thing that's important to us is we have the home field, so you have to come through our home field to get to the championship. So come at us. Let's see what happens.
A very confident Matt Wilson picks up the win tonight, moving to 10-2. Matt, thank you for calling into the postgame show. Go celebrate with the team for Harambe a little bit, will you?
I'll go celebrate with my ladies. Have a good night.
Have a good night, Matt. Open line again, 513-813-0SFL. That's 513-813-0735. We'd love to hear from some Sparrows players getting the loss tonight, but still having a home field game next week against Minneapolis. We'd love to hear what they would like to say. Ramos Lynn joking in the chat that he has released Matt Wilson. I assume that he's not going to do that because I believe the backup quarterback for the Gorillas is Chris Davis, the wide receiver. And I don't know if Ramos wants him at the helm because I hear he goes for it on first, second, third, and fourth down no matter what the play is. Open line again. I'd love to get at least one more caller this evening. We had someone try and call in when Matt called in. So 513-813-0735. It looks like we got the Sparrows owner, Jason McGee, on the line. Is that correct?
You got me.
Jason, you're on the SFL postgame show. How you doing?
I've been better. It's a rough game. Definitely went back and forth, and it was definitely a useful game to have this close to the postseason because when you talk about playoff caliber game right there, that's the type of game you want to have for Week 12.
Sure, a tough loss tonight, and I think it's one that could have gone either way. I mean, up to the last second, you had Delta Coakley nearly have that pick in the end zone that would have taken the game. Take us through your thought process after that drop.
Oh, seeing that drop right there, it felt like a loss was coming, but we had our chance even after that, and that re-dropped back and threw a perfect throw, and just couldn't hold on to it. He had Cash Money beat, and there went your touchdown.
Well, no time to sulk, Jason. You got to move on to Minneapolis next week. You got Mac Wavy Jr. and that potent offense coming in. We had Doug Bose last night on the postgame show there talking a lot of smack about getting T-Pat a final victory in the championship to send him off. What are your words back to Doug Bose about your matchup next week?
Well, they said what they should say. I wouldn't have it any other way as far as who I'm facing. I wouldn't want them to represent the Maulers or T-Pat if they didn't actually want a third chance at beating us. And for us on our end, kind of a repeat situation as last season. We swept the Queen City Corsairs, and they found a way to take us in the playoffs. So it's on us now to prove that there won't be any deja vu happening this time around.
So let's say you do defeat Minneapolis. What are your thoughts on facing Santa Fe possibly again before the championship?
We know that we can get down the field and score points, and really, for us, the story was just we didn't catch our interception, and we didn't protect the football as well. So it's just a matter of executing, and that's something that we can easily fix. So I'm not worried about Santa Fe. They're a tough team, and they proved why they belong where they are at the top of the conference, but we can take them, and we're ready for it.
A cool Jason McGee, thank you very much for calling in. Any last words from the tough loss tonight?
Just a good game to Ramos and Colin, and I expect to be seeing you guys again in a couple weeks, so let's get ready for some playoff action. Have a good night.
Thanks, Jason. That will just about do it for the SFL postgame show unless I get another call during this wrap-up. The Louisville Wolfpack defeat the Carolina Skyhawks today to improve to 12-0. They win the Gray Conference. The Santa Fe Gorillas defeat the Sioux Falls Sparrows tonight to improve to 10-2 to win the Teal Conference. The Gorillas will welcome the Orlando Intimidators to town next week, and the Minneapolis Maulers will go to Santa Fe to take on the Sparrows. That is all for tonight. I am Andy Hamilton. I was filling in for Cameron Irvine, and we will see you, and the next time we do, it will be playoff action in the SFL. Thank you so much for watching.